what is the bare minimum you can paint to get away with playing at an official Warhammer game? And how quickly can you do it? So today I wanted to quickly run through what I take as the old-fashioned 3-paint scheme that Warhammer used to do when I was a kid. And looking into it, they now call that battle ready. Now, on the screen you'll see 3 examples of painted models. The Space Marine on the right is basically primed with a wash. The Space Marine on the left is tabletop quality. But there's something that is often not talked about, and the bare minimum is battle ready. So what is it? Battle ready is the old-fashioned minimum painting system where you have to use 3 colours of paint on a fully assembled model with base in. And today I wanted to talk about what that would look like. So I've gone ahead and taken a miniature of the month from a couple of months ago, an Eldar, or Eldari if you're new and fancy. I don't even know what it is. An Eldar with a gun and a head. And what we're going to start with is, I go back to the start of my clips. So on the screen in the top right hand corner you will see a timer. That is a real life timer from the moment I sat down to start painting. And what we've got in front of us is a primed model in Vallejo turquoise. So essentially I just painted it, I primed it with an airbrush and base coated it with the turquoise. But that could be achieved with a rattle can. You know, you start off with a base colour, and then from there my colour scheme is going to be a white helmet, white cloth and a black gun. And I've sped this up. This is running at about 20 times speed right now. And you see there's nothing complicated, nothing fancy. Vallejo black, Vallejo white. That'll be our second and third colours. And all I'm doing here is picking out big blocky sections that can be painted really quickly, really easily. As you can see there, 10 minutes in, that essentially, with a base material on, would be fit to go. But I've got a little bit of pride in my work, so I'm going to go back in and give the white a second coat. And even after a second coat, it doesn't look fantastic. But that is what Games Workshop ask, is 3 colours. Add a bit of variation in, some more black, bit of black on the face. And one thing they mentioned in the Warhammer World article is using a shade. So I've gone with a blue shade to accent the turquoise. I'm just going to give it all of a wash, nice and simple. And this just adds a bit of like a panel line essentially. And then the basic material, I've just gone with PVA glue and Geek Gaming Scenic. No, Colour Forge, Martian Red, and then ribbing the base in black. Nice and simple, and there you go. 27 minutes for the first model. Really simple, really easy to get going. Stands out on the battlefield. There you go. And I think one of the things that is important to mention by here now is that is one model, the bare minimum for what you need to do to get yourself going. But when you introduce more models, that time doesn't multiply the same way as you think. So I need to go back and do this again with another. I'm going to do it with a kill team squad in the future. But the time, so my background is mechanical engineering, manufacturing and lean methodology. So the time that it takes me to change from one colour to the other doesn't get multiplied with the amount of models I make. That only gets added once, and the time actually painting is what gets multiplied, which is a bit weird to explain, but I'll have to do it in a more deep dive. But yeah, there you go. 27 minutes, you go from primed to battle ready, and you've got a competition ready painting piece. Yeah. Then we can start talking about tabletop standards, and that's further down the line. So yeah, as always, diolch, da bog, and o'r star.